I can't believe I get to film this video right now. I have dreamed about this for so long.
You are, 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 you are the solution. You are the solution.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have some very exciting news to share with you, and it feels very surreal to be able to sit here and tell you this news. Those of you who follow me over on Instagram, which if you don't, I will put my handle in here because going forward I really think you're gonna want to. I posted this picture, this story, and I believe that was the 13th of October, just while I sat down and boarded the plane to go to Turkey on my summer holidays. Ever since then, I have been kind of radio silent and hadn't said any more about what this magical alignment of stars was for me and life and Andy. But I can finally announce that I have bought a house. I'm unbelievably excited to say that Andy, we, whatever you want to call it, I just say I because obviously this is my channel specifically, but me and Andy have bought our house. And not just a house, we have not just bought a house, we have bought our dream home. I feel incredibly lucky to be in this position. I cannot wait to share with you guys this house. So to give you a background of what you're gonna expect, because of course I'm gonna be doing the whole shebang. I have waited to do content like this, moving content, homeware content. You guys, if you've been subscribed for a while, this space right here has been the only thing I have ever had. So I've always put my little mark on it. I've loved doing everything I can, and I love this room, I truly do. I appreciate it so much. But I am 24, and me and Andy are so ready to settle down, and we decided to do this. So just to give you a bit of background on Andy, because I know I don't share too much about him and his life on this channel, but of course going forward it's going to be our life, so you're going to learn a lot more about him. But Andy's actually already a homeowner. He owns his own flat, a 2-bedroom flat here in central Bristol. So we did think about me possibly moving in there first, but honestly it's such a small flat. It's absolutely perfect for him on his own. It's a proper little man pad, but it wouldn't have worked with all of my stuff. There physically was not enough space. So then we obviously started talking about what we both really wanted and what space we'd need, obviously our money and our budgets. We're both thankful and very, very lucky to be in a position where actually we're very, very secure in our jobs, and you know, it's very important, so lucky to be able to say that with obviously everything that's going on in the world at the moment. So we sat down, worked out our budgets, and then we were like, right, okay, that's that, we'll just let it fly and we'll see what's going on. So I went online and I actually found a place that I really like the look of, and I showed Andy and I was like, oh, should we just one day go and have a look at this show home, because you know, nothing will probably come of it. Let's just see what we go and, you know, like and don't like, and we can have that conversation. We went to this appointment, guys. We walked into this house and my heart skipped a beat. My whole life flashed in front of my eyes the minute I walked through this door. Bear in mind, this is the first home we had seen. Walked through this door and I could see myself there. I could see exactly how I would do everything, and it was like in a flash. You know how they say love at first sight? This was love at first sight with a house. It was incredible. So anyway, that appointment went by. We did sort of ask and say, so what's the process, you know, if we do want to put an offer on this? And they did say, obviously, because Andy is a homeowner, you would need to sell that place and get it sold before you're eligible to actually be able to put in an offer, because technically if you haven't sold your old place, you're not proceedable, because we would be using, of course, the funds from the purchase to go towards our deposit. I'll try not to get too technical here because I live and breathe and speak mortgages all day, every day, so I can get very, very technical, so I'll do you guys a favour and not do that. So after that appointment, I was like, Amy, you cannot just, you've been to one place, you need to look around. So got back online and I booked me and Andy maybe another six or seven different show home appointments, and we went to all of those. They were all on different locations in the UK. So we went to some that were a lot more sort of central. We then went to some that were sort of way out in the country. We then went to some that were more up north Bristol, south Bristol, la la la. For context, I live in pretty much city centre Bristol. Like the train station Temple Meads is literally a quick walk from me. That's where my family home is. Andy lives in still South Bristol. He sort of lives on the other side of the train station. So we're both very much urban living people. However, most of our friends live in sort of South Bristol, in the sort of borderlining the suburbs, and we love going out there. It is so stunning. So we kind of knew we didn't want to be too far from Bristol, but we didn't want to be in central Bristol. Also, we came down to what we like in a house, and where basically, long story short, we went to go see these like 7 other places. My heart just kept skipping back to this one house. We sat down, we spoke about it. Andy felt the same way. Obviously boys are a lot less emotional. He was like, yeah, it's practical, it's got everything we want, I like it, I'm happy too. I'm like, I can see my life flash before my eyes, but there we go, that's our relationship. We then obviously got Andy's flat on the market. We got the estate agent round like that. On Tuesday it went live on Rightmove, and we already had viewings Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We had an offer come in the day before we went on holiday, because we were due to go to Turkey for a week, and an offer come in, and I was like, oh my goodness. So obviously, naturally, the next day we were jumping on a flight early hours of the morning. We were at Bristol Airport and we were both so excited. We had rang up first thing. Our flight was like lunchtime. We'd rang up first thing in the morning to the developer and we were like, right, we would like to put in an offer on this place. And we told them they were sold, and she was, obviously when it comes to purchasing a house, I don't think I've mentioned already, but we are buying a brand new build. That's always been something that me and Andy have always wanted. We are not DIY people. He is not into his building, you know, whatever. My dad's a very good tradesman, but we never wanted a fixer-upper. We always wanted a fresh, brand new built house for us. That was our dream, so that was what we wanted to make a reality. We got to the airport, we made this phone call in the morning with our offer, because of course you don't give them their asking price initially. We went in with our offer, they rang back with a counter, we countered again, they countered again. These phone calls were like, I was at Bristol Airport like thinking, oh my goodness, my flight takes off in 60 minutes and I don't know if I've got this house, and then I'm going to be on a flight for 4 hours where I'm going to then be in a foreign country, and you know, phone calls, you don't know what's going to happen, etc. So we then, literally, the tannoy went off. We were in Bristol Airport finishing our celebratory drink of putting in an offer on a house. The tannoy went that was like, right, flight to Bodrum, gate 5, boarding now. The phone rang. The phone rang and our offer had been accepted. Fair to say, that is where I will flash this back up again. This picture come right into play, because that was the moment that I had sat on the plane. I had just made those phone calls to my mum and dad and I was like, it's been accepted, we're moving, we bought a house. And then we had champagne on the flight, we drank a lot on that flight, and we set off on our dream holiday. And quite honestly, life was absolutely surreal on that holiday. It really was. This is a picture of us on the beach. If you did follow me on Instagram, obviously during that time, this is us on one of our cabana beaches signing our reservation form for the property. I was doing all the paperwork while sitting in the cabanas there. It was absolutely unreal. And obviously you're laying there with your cocktails and everything, and then I was dreaming of this new life I was going to come to when I come back. Came back, and that's where all the hard work happened. So obviously lots of legals involved. I've been on the phone to solicitors, banks, all sorts for months and months. But as of yesterday, which was the day, was it yesterday? 5th of February, we exchanged contracts on our house and we are moving in on the 19th of February. I can't believe this is happening. So as you can see, packing has already started. This place, guys, is beautiful. It is our dream home. It is a detached 4-bedroom mini mansion in my head because it has got everything we could possibly want. I've got my own office, I've got a separate filming room, and he's got his own office. He so deserves a much bigger space. He's got such a nice big office now where he can work. We've got obviously our beautiful bedroom. We've got we've got 2 front rooms. Like, honestly, everything about this house is a dream, and we're going to own it. We do own it. We legally have exchanged, so we don't physically own it right now. We'll own it on the 19th, but we are legally bound to own it, if you know what I'm saying. I cannot wait to share this content coming up. It is honestly the dream I've always wanted. So I have actually already set up a new home account if you do want to follow our whole new build developing a house to a home journey, and it is on the screen here. So it's bellabambinaxx home. We haven't got the XX in it, and I've set it up. Obviously there's no pictures on it right now, but if you do want a sneak peek of the front of the house, as you can see on the little animation here, the thumbnail is the house front. So that's all you're getting for now, because there's going to be a lot more to come. Obviously it goes without saying, if you aren't subscribed to this channel, you are going to want to subscribe if you want to see an empty house tour, moving vlogs, homeware hauls, furniture hauls. I've already ordered so many things like on Amazon and eBay, obviously like the little bits that I can get for now, because we're due to actually go to our house on Monday. It's currently Saturday, so in 2 days time we're going to the house to meet our builders and do our walkthrough and take all of our measurements for furniture. It's incredibly exciting, guys, and I can't believe I can share all of this with you, and I can't wait to share it all with you. As I've said time and time again, you work every single day and you save every single day for your dreams. This is my dream. This is Andy's dream. We're building our own little world and our own little life, and it's so incredibly exciting. And I think that is purely and utterly what life is about. And I just guys, I will leave you to it now, because I'm aware that I have gone on for a little while, but I can't wait to share this journey with you all. And make sure you are following me on both my Instagram accounts. I'll flash them up again here for you to keep up to date, because my current Instagram, my real full Instagram, is going to be where the updates before moving is going to come in. So yes guys, that is it. I hope you're all doing well, hope you're all staying safe, stay beautiful, and I will see you for all the moving and content to come. Ciao!
You know you are the reason why I feel like I can fly. Thinking about you day and night. I love it when you kiss me, love it when we touch. Every time I'm down, yeah, you make me smile. You're the solution.